welcome back, or welcome if you've never joined in before. So it's all about 15 minutes daily for an entire year. Mobility, flexibility, strength. It's about working the entire self. We are not just pinpointing specific areas. It is about the entire body. I'm Anna. Welcome. And all you need to do is follow along. You do what you can, and if you can't, you interpret. You interpret the moves within your body the way your body will allow. So we're going to start at the top of our mat. We're going to start with the sun salutation B today. So we're going to take our butts down, arms up on an inhale, and find a chair position. Inhaling deeply. And then we exhale, we fold forward, reaching for our fingertips. Bend the knees if you need to, drop the head. Inhale, hands to knees, flat back. We find the floor with our hands, we step back to a high plank. So we come to our high plank, we shift forward on an inhale. You can take your knees down if you need to. We exhale, we take the body down, we tuck our elbows, we find our low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Push away that floor, open up the chest, and we exhale back to our downward dog. And then we step forward our right foot, come up to a warrior one, reach our fingertips to the sky. Come back down to earth with those hands, back to our high plank. Shift forward on an inhale. Exhale, lower down, tuck the elbows. Inhale, upward dog. Or cobra, let the legs touch the ground if you need to. Exhale, downward dog. Step forward the left foot. Find your warrior one again. Reaching for the sky. Back down to earth with the hands. Step back to your high plank. Last one. Take the knees down if you need to. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Tuck the elbows. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Fabulous. Right, in this downward dog, we take 3 to 5 rounds of breath, then we move. We find the movements that feel good within ourselves. Take our hips from side to side. You can bend the knees. Take the heels off the mat. You can even move the hands. It's your practice. This is where we do our body scan, where we're paying attention to what's going on in the self, all the sensations. All right, let's breathe in deeply. Exhale fully, looking up between our thumbs. We slowly walk our feet back up between our hands. Hands to knees, we flatten our back on an inhale. We exhale, we fold forward, let our fingertips and head drop to the mat. And then on the next inhale, we're going to bend the knees, drop the butt, and lift the arms. We've got our chair position. And we're done. Nice and warm. Right. Our yogi squat. So we're going to have our feet about hip width apart. And we're just finding our deep squat, our yogi squat. So we're coming down to earth with that. But we're going to take our arms out in front. And we're going to just go backwards and forwards. Side to side, I mean. Sometimes I get my words wrong. Bear with me, getting used to it. So we're just going to move from left to right here. Let's connect our hands, pointing those index fingers. We're going to inhale deeply and lift those arms as far as we can. Open up that chest the best we can. Exhale, bring them back. Swaying from left to right. And one more, not one more, we're doing a few. Inhale up. Bring them up as far as you can. Take a few rounds of breath here. And on an exhale, bring those arms back down. Nice and slow and controlled. It's all about controlled movements, moving with the breath and paying attention. We are always paying attention to what is going on within. Right, another nice big inhale. Taking those arms to where we can, even if it's there. Just where you can bring them. We all look different. Few rounds of breath. And then on an exhale, bring those arms back. We're going to bring them all the way to the floor now. We're going to lift up that butt. We're going to wiggle her a little bit. We're going to shimmy our feet to the back of our mat. Walk our hands to the front and find a downward dog. And our downward dog is going to be nice and narrow, so our feet are hip width apart and our hands are shoulder width apart. Take a few rounds of breath here. And we're going to step forward our right foot and we're going to bring it on the outer side of that right hand. We're going to drop that back knee, point those toes, take this foot out slightly so our big toe is sort of facing the corner of our mat. We've got our lizard. So from here, we're just going to fold forward as far as we can, bringing that chest down towards our mat, and if you can comfortably do so, bring the elbows down. And if not, just take the hands out in front and come down as far as you can with that chest. We're aiming to keep that front foot nice and grounded, toes and everything. Big toes nice and grounded on our mat. We're looking down at our mat. Take a few rounds of breath here. We're paying attention to the sensations going on. Again, if you need to be on the hands, do that. You do you. We're going to take that right hand and we're going to place it on that knee, right knee. And we're gently opening up the chest. We're going to take our gaze up. That foot is still nice and grounded. We'll take a few rounds of breath here. We don't stress about anything. Nothing is painful. We find our limits. We back up if there's pinching or pain. The more we practice, the more controlled and mobile we become. Opening up that chest, taking that gaze up as far as we can. Controlled breath. Moving with the exhale. And then we'll come back. Bring that elbow back down to earth. And we'll tuck that back foot. Come up to our palms if we're not already on them. Lift that back knee. We're going to rock backwards and forwards. We're going to bring that foot back. Find a downward dog again. And breathe. Take a few rounds of breath. Take the hips from side to side. And we've got our narrow dog. So our arms are shoulder width apart and our feet are hip width apart. Let's take a deep inhale here. Exhale, pull that chest down towards the mat. We're going to step forward the left foot on the outer side of that left hand. And again, dropping that back knee, pointing the toes and taking that front foot out on an angle. Nice. And we're just paying attention. We take our elbows down if we can. If you can't, we stay on the hand. There's always an alternative. And what you're capable of is very different to what I'm capable of, and vice versa. Because we are all different beings. Right, so again, and if you're on your hands, it works like so. So we've got our elbows on our mat, and we're going to take that left hand, place her on the knee, and we're just opening that chest. We're taking our gaze up. We're breathing fully in through the nose, exhaling completely out the mouth or the nose. Controlled breath, controlled movements, keeping that foot nice and grounded. And we'll come back to earth. On the next exhale, bringing that elbow down. We'll tuck the back toes. We'll come up to our hands if we're not already there. Lift up. We're going to rock backwards and forwards. We'll come back to our dog. We come to a plank. So we're doing our half pigeon switches here. We're going to go 3 on each side. So we're going to bring forward that right knee, drop that left knee, point the toes, open the chest, half pigeon. Back to our plank, left side, drop the knee, point the toes, open the chest, back down, tuck the toes, lift the knee, high plank, right, half pigeon, open up the chest, back to high plank, left side, open up the chest. And we've got one more on each side, high plank, right, half pigeon, open up the chest, plank, and last one. Drop the knee, point the toes, open the chest, and high plank. Nice. All right, we've got our downward dog flow here. So come back to your dog. Lift that butt as high as you can. So here we're going to inhale. We roll forward. We drop the knees. We let them hover. We come back to a hovering child on the exhale. Back to dog. You find your flow. Let's go 5 rounds. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and we got 3, 4, and 5. Nice. All right, we're coming down to our butt. We're going to do our leg raises. So we've got nice straight legs in front of us, fingertips next to our thighs. And we're doing 5 lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flex and drop. Fold. And again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex. Fold. One more round. Point the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flex. Fold. And one more. Fingertips at the side of our legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop. Fold. Now we straddle. So we take our legs as wide or just outside of our mat. We're same thing. Point the toes and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop. Fold. If you're folding to the shins or the knees, it's also good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fold. One more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And fold. Awesome. Right, let's come up to our forearm plank. We got our Sphnix Push-ups. Whew. So we're going to do, let's go for 10. And if it's not for you, then just stick with your plank. You stay here for as long as we've got our Sphinx push-ups. So what we're doing with our Sphinx push-ups is we're pushing down our palms and lifting the elbows. And exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. We're going to drop the knees, let the hips follow, push that floor, come back to our child, and drop the head. Awesome. Namaste. Day 38 completed. Nearly done 2 months already. How time flies. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Kudos to you. Movement is medicine.